belly flopping now. I've always wanted to go skiing to do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't ski to save my life. All right. Everybody ready? All right. Game week's here, so super excited. Team's excited. Put a lot of hard work in since January, and to be able to go play an opponent like Florida State. Mike does a great job with that team. They're defending conference champions, and I think what Mike had in my notes, 12 straight ACC wins they've had, and 23-4 over the last 2 seasons, fourth best record in the country. So it's a great opportunity for us. Importantly, it's a great opportunity for all of Georgia Tech, our alumni, our fans, our students. Our band is going over. I mean, just a great opportunity to have people see what Georgia Tech is, see who we are, and what this school is about, and what our people are about. Hope to have a great crowd over there, and it's a sold-out game. Hope to have a really good, loud crowd. Hearing all the people that have said they're going over, it's really exciting. So, I do want to say just what a tremendous job our administration has done, being able to put this thing together for the last 2 years. And our ops team, and I do want to single out Josh Thompson and the job that Josh has done, our DFO, in really preparing for about 1.5 years now this trip, and all he's done, and his staff that works with him in football. It's really allowed us as coaches and players not to have to worry about anything. And this is really no different than any normal first game of the season for us, because of the work he's been able to do and he has done really to make this as smooth as possible for everybody. So, thanks to all those guys, and thanks to Josh for the work he does. But we're ready to go. We got one more day of practice tomorrow. We'll head over tomorrow night. Then we'll land Thursday morning, be business as usual on Thursday, same on Friday. So get ready to play Saturday. I know the depth chart, I was told, will be released later today. One thing you'll see on there, Brett Seither is not on there. He did suffer an ACL tear on 2 weeks ago. So he'll have surgery soon, and it's in those types of situations, it's probably the best thing you'd have in terms of how and what happened. But just really thinking about him, and have been, and spent a lot of time with him as he's going through that and some other things. But he won't be on there. But it also gives opportunity now for Avery Boyd, who was limited a little bit early in camp with some tendonitis or whatnot, but it's been full go. Really, him and Jackson Halls to get the start at tight end. So excited for Avery, a guy that's really bulked up and embraced the transition to the tight end position. 240, 245 now, and doing everything at a really consistent at that position. So excited to have him back. As upset as we are about what happened to Brett, it's exciting to have Avery back at the same time. So really that's the only thing on the depth chart that should be anything different than what we've been rolling with. So other than that, we got a full healthy squad ready to go play on Saturday afternoon. So with that, we'll open up for any questions.
Questions, Chad?
Well, let's stick with the tight ends. I know that's why you brought some of these guys in,
yeah.
and their role, I would assume, would increase now with Brett going out.
Yeah, Avery made the transition, through spring to the tight end spot, and it has really done a really nice job there. The thing I've been, it's going to be shocking to everybody, that I've really been pleased with his blocking and what he's been able to do, not only, as a guy that moves, but as a point of attack on the line of scrimmage, on the inline guy. He's a big, strong guy and does a good job. But also, it's a testament to the amount of depth we've been able to bring in over the last year, really 10 months, I guess you'd say, and the coaches developing those guys. Because just because you bring people in doesn't mean they're going to be ready to play in week 1. So the guys that we've brought in, Ryland, Jackson Halls, Ryland Godey, and then the freshman, Luke. We've talked about Luke before. David Prince is going to be a really good football player. So we've got depth at that position. So it helps, because it's a game of football. Things are going to happen. Injuries are going to occur. And the more depth you have, and the more quality depth you have, and that are coached up to be able to play, the least amount of really ripple effect that you have.
The last time we talked to you was after the second scrimmage, and you mentioned that you're going to do a lot of evaluating on Sunday, and you're interested in and excited about going and looking at the running back group and seeing what they did. What did you see from that evaluation?
2 weeks ago? Holy cow. I don't know what I had for dinner last night, Rob. I know we've got 5 guys that are ready to go play football.
Is there a pecking order now?
We're going to flip a coin on Saturday and see who it's going to be. I mean, Jamal's the starting running back. That's not changing. Jamal Haynes is the starting running back. Then the other guys that have all been in the mix are still in the mix. I think the depth chart will tell you exactly how it's going to be once it's released. But all those guys have gotten work. They've also gotten a lot of be a huge part of their special teams. So we'll get in the flow of the game. I mean, you need a bunch of those guys as the season goes. It's one position that you got to have 4 or 5 guys ready to play any given game.
Jackson.
Florida State's got a lot of new starters on the offensive side of the ball. What are some challenges? How challenging is it to face somebody with so many new starters in the first game of the season?
It's not really from that standpoint. Mike's called offensive plays for a long time. He's his offense is his offense in regards to what they do. It's different week to week on how they, what personnel groups, what packages, what shifts, motions, different things they use within it. So those things haven't changed, and there's film of him from many years, and you see it's the same type of thing. I mean, he believes in running the football, play action, spreading the field, not only vertically but horizontally, working sideline to sideline, getting the ball in the playmaker's hands. It sounds pretty familiar to me. I think it's what our defense sees every day out here. So there's a lot of similarities in the two teams offensively in what they do. Now, obviously, we know the quarterback drives the show, but they've got DJ there who is has experience in this league. Had a good season last year, so how Taylor makes it to the quarterback will be, once we come out the gate, we'll really see. But the important thing in your first game is everybody talks about the opponent, right? The unknowns are what you can't predict. So it's really about your team, how sound you are with your base offense, defense, and kicking game, and then how quickly your coaches can make adjustments within the game. Because look, if you're waiting until halftime to make adjustments, the game's over. You've got to make adjustments fast, so then you have the ability to play for the full 4 quarters. I'm not a believer in huddling up at halftime and changing things. You're just saying what for the last 25 minutes we've just been getting. You know what I'm saying? I won't go there. So, but no, and then you watch film of individual players from different schools, to see how they are. But at the end of the day, it's about the scheme that they're going to run. That's been the same for a lot of years, and we have a high volume offense ourselves, so the defense has been exposed to pretty much everything you possibly could.
Coach, like you said, it's game week. So have you seen the intensity kind of ramp up? And where have you seen your team grow from the start of camp to week 0?
Yeah, good question. I think they did a good job of, building their individual selves from January all the way through the summer, right? And then August is when you come together as a football team, and you can't predict how that's going to be. You hope the chemistry becomes good, but it's the shared adversity that they go through throughout camp, throughout their day-to-day. Lives that allows guys to bond together in the locker room. And in order for all 3 groups, offense, defense, and kicking game, to have the bonds that they do in the locker room, to be able to have relationships, right? It's a testament to the leadership on the team. It's a testament to the people we have in the organization that do a lot with our players, our player development group with AP and Don. What they do with those guys, the work they've done in the summer. We have a 10-week class that's taught in the summer about champions mindset, leadership, and really breaks them down individually and exposes their vulnerability. I went to Georgia Tech. I can't say what is it? Vulnerability check. Vulnerability. Yeah. So it exposes those things within the players and allows them to really find out truly who the other guys are. Right? Then you put the pads on and you go through and you battle each day, and it only brings those guys closer. So you can't predict how it's going to be, but I've been pleased with how this team has come together really as one over the previous, really 8 months. And now, like you said, it's game week. Things change a little bit in terms of, going against scouts. But that's the other thing. I mean, with the depth on the team, we've been able to have really good scout practices. Probably some of the best I've been around in terms of those guys giving really good effort and giving really good looks. They're not just sitting there as a, tackling dummy. I mean, they're giving good looks and doing things well. So, all that's to be able to roll it out there on Saturday and go play a game.
Justin?
What goes into making sure the team is, physically able to handle things that are tough for anybody who travels internationally, jet lag, overnight, red-eye kind of flights? What goes into that from your end to make sure they are ready to go peak form on Saturday?
I mean, it's no different than going East Coast, West Coast. I mean, I've said it a couple times this week. When did that new video game come out? This summer, right? If you tell me these kids have been going to bed at 9 o'clock every night and waking up on time at 6:37, they've been up playing the game till 2 and 3 in the morning, all right? And then they come out and they practice all day long. They're 18, 20, 22 years old, man. We make, as adults, we make way more of that than it really is. And these guys go out, they play the game all night long, and then they come practice all day, and they do it over again. So I'm probably thinking, this might actually be on their schedule. All right, we might be interrupting it by trying to, do something different. So they'll adjust fine.
More? Chad?
I haven't really talked about David Shanahan a whole lot. No, he's done a ton of interviews, probably more than you. How cool is it for him to be sort of the face of the program these last few months, and how proud are you of him?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't care what position you are on the team, right? You play for as long as he has in college football. You're a vet. Right? You've seen a lot of things, and the growth he's had from the time he got here to now, really just understanding football and understanding that there's situations within the game that you have to work towards, and punt's just not a kick it as far as you can, especially when you're on the 40-yard line or 43-yard line. You don't just boom it. So he's grown. He's seen his growth. The fact that he's a Dean's List graduate of Georgia Tech. The relationships he has with the guys and the things. I think he's been 1 or 2 time grand marshal of parades in town or whatnot, St. Patty's Day parades. And then he tells everybody, we don't even have St. Patty's over there. So I don't know. I don't know if I trust David or not. He tries to tell me these sayings to say, and I looked one of them up, and it was something about pigs flying or something. So I don't know when he's busting my chops or not. But excited that David has a chance to go and play in front of his family. I think that's what's important. Is not everyone gets that in college, to be able to go somewhere and be able to, guys are from far away from home, and you always hope that, at least once a year, once every other year, that they have a chance to be close to where their families are, and to see him be able to do that. And Sylvain too. I mean, this is closest Sylvain's ever been to play with by his family. So I think it's a good opportunity for both of them.
Just back, so you mentioned a little bit, week 0, the limelight, national stage, all eyes are on
Isn't it
this
great?
game. How important is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just another game. I mean, we get coach speak and it's the next game. No, we're going to a different country to expose our game of football and be ambassadors towards American football in another country. I mean, what an unbelievable opportunity that these kids and these coaches have, and really to showcase our sport. And when you go up there, we went over there earlier in the year to do some advanced work, and the unknowns still about American football it's really kind of mind-blowing when you see it, because it's every day to us. But to get over there and see the passion people have for it, and how much they enjoy the game, how much they're continuing to learn about the game. We played over there 10 years ago when I was at UCF, and just seeing the evolution in the last 10 years of that sport over there. So it's a really cool opportunity to be on that stage, to be the first game of the year, to play the opponent like we have a chance to play in Florida State. So it's fun. A lot of these guys, there's guys that probably haven't been on flights, much less been out of the country. Matter of fact, I don't think Buster's been out of the country. He just told me that. So he don't like flying either. So got him sitting next to me. You're okay, Buster? Nah. So, but no, it's good.
Anything else for Coach Pete?
That's a lot of cameras for easy questions now.
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, guys, go Jackets. Not if I see you first.
Got about 25 minutes.